Starting the stream. Welcome back, everyone, to another stream of Oxygen Not Included. I know I only streamed it for roughly 2 hours yesterday, but hopefully we'll be able to go a little bit longer this time around. We are looking at hopefully actually getting into space. We do need spacesuits, so that's something I am going to be working on. So let me get this all set up real quick, and then we should be good to go. Alright. Well, while that does its thing, let's get into the game. So yeah, space is all the way up here, and we're hoping to put on some... Oh, people are being idle again. Is this all chlorine? It is. Do you produce chlorine? I'm confused. Oh, they have a shearable reed fiber. 2,000 grams per 8 cycles, as long as they are in hydrogen gas. I think I could actually get that to work. I would need a very specific building for it, though. I am saving this for the sleet wheat. No. It's something else. It's whatever this is. The thimble reed. Let's see. Is this all polluted oxygen? It is. I should at some point try to get someone down here. Oh, Frankie earned a skill point. Let's go. Alright, Frankie, what are you going to learn next? Improved carrying, it looks like. Also a dusk cap. So I do have a way to make hydrogen. It's electrolysis, from what I remember. Oxygen through electrolyzer. Becomes idle when an area reaches maximum pressure capacity. Okay, so whenever I use this, I need just its own separate room for that. I could try using like this room here, maybe? No, I think this room up here is better, actually. So I need this to be purely locked in. As for the electrolysis, we're just going to put it here. Power line. Let's drag that across to here. Now, does this use any sort of ventilation? No, it doesn't. Okay. Meaning I'm going to need... So... Oh, that runs into the question of... Is oxygen... denser than hydrogen? Okay, oxygen. No, I want oxygen. Okay. Da, 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 da. I just want to know. Okay. Is atomically lightweight and breathable gas. Okay. Then what about hydrogen? Because I know that atomically it is lighter. If I had a plug slug that I could feed copper ore, it would generate hydrogen gas. Meaning the best thing to do would be to get some sort of slug. Is the universe most comically and atomically light element in a gaseous state? Condensation point, thermal conductivity, radiation emissions. So I would want something where they need a gas mask to get to it. So I would set up... Do I go with like a double airlock? I don't know how much... Okay, 52 tiles. And I think they can get up to 90 something. What is it for it to be considered a stable? 96. Okay, so we can actually get rid of all that and try again. So let's try from like here to wherever. 96 goes to the edge of the water. And then we have manual airlocks here. I messed all that up. Okay, so let me double check. This is still 96. Perfect. Okay. And then what would happen is... Well, I don't know. I see a puff print. What is anti-entropy thermal nullifier? What? Hold on. So y'all are hanging out in the chlorine gas that graze on pincha pepper plants, balm lily, or mealwood plants. Their backsides are covered in thick wool fibers that only grow in hydrogen climates. So, how do y'all have wool? The little bit of hydrogen there? Produce balm lily flower, lovely bloom with medicinal properties. Fertilization, phosphorite, or polluted water. Okay, loss for phosphorite is a common sedimentary rock saturated with phosphates. See, there's hydrogen here, so I don't quite know how it's being spawned in, though. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Okay. So if oxygen is going to be heavier... do we want like a separate room to generate the oxygen hydrogen and have it go through like a filtering process? So maybe like over here we have like all that gets mined out. Well, no, because people come up from here, and that's going to be a problem. Because I don't want to have them spend more time than they already have to there. Maybe we build it on top? That's an interesting thought. That if I... maybe I could build it down here. Oh, well, all this carbon dioxide would make it such a pain in the butt. Maybe down here? Well, again, we run into the same issue of carbon dioxide, like, all the way through. I guess I could then move, like, the whole automation section that we have here over here instead. But this isn't getting the air flow throughput that it needs for that to be prevalent. Food, I need a critter pickup. Okay, I can do it just right here, actually. So what it is would be... sure, 2 electrolyzers. This is all polluted oxygen. So I need these to be off immediately. I can deconstruct that. I don't know if I go with a deodorizer and just filter this all out. Have the electrolyzers push in. It could be useful. Could be possible. Let's just let people do things. New printables are available. Not what I meant to press, but okay. A poke shell. Decor is +10. A snippy little poke shell spawn. Okay. What are they? Poke shell. Non-hostile critters, unless their eggs are nearby. They eat polluted dirt and rot piles. These shells they leave behind after molting can be crushed into lime. Lifespan is about 100 cycles. Gives you sand for polluted dirt. So they could be a good way to get rid of it. They thrive in water and eliminate germs from any liquid it inhabits. They eat polluted dirt, slime, and rot piles. Okay, so y'all could be really good They thrive in ethanol. So what I really want is the Santa shells, or the Santa shells. I see that funny word. I'm playing on words, and I just put them down here. Right? That seems like a good idea. So I think we get this. And we turn this area over here into another what are you called? The grooming station. And we give it another critter feeder. Incubator, we need 200 refined metal. Sure. Oop, you earned a skill point. What does groomed mean? The critter has recently been attended to by a kind duplicant. Okay, so they're not... Okay, you're still considered wild. Oh, it's in the food area. Okay. What do you mean by wrong element damage? It has some polluted oxygen in it, I see. Okay, so it does need a liquid intake, though. Some circuits appear to be overloaded. There's not really much I can do about that as of this exact moment. Alright, well, time to just let everyone work. Yeah, I wonder why it peaked for a second there. It said 1%. Somehow it looks like there is more liquid in here than what should be, because I haven't pumped anything in. At least as far as I'm aware. And why is this? What broke? Oh. The generators were out of fuel, I see. Hydrogen, petroleum, natural gas. Yeah, nothing that I'm really all that interested in using right now. Hydrogen could be useful if I was using like the electrolyzers for that, but I'm not. Liquid meter valve, radiant liquid pipe, conduction panels. Liquid pipe element sensor. Liquid pipe thermal sensor. I got a thermo aqua tuner. Cools the liquid pipe through it, but outputs heat in its immediate vicinity. Liquid tepidizer. Warms large bodies of liquid, must be fully submerged. Interesting. So I'm thinking that might be something we look at over here with the cool steam vent. Highly pressurized vent that periodically erupts with steam. I think what we were looking at was... I want to say a poke shell? Oh no. Where is the poke shell? There's water, the printing pod, and then oxygen. Oh! They're alive! I see. Tiny baby. This critter will grow into an adult as it ages and becomes wise to the ways of the world. Oh yeah, that's something I should look at, is the temp. Okay, things are getting fairly warm. I mean, not near the top here. I don't know if... I could do HVAC if we're worried about that happening anytime soon. Frankie, how did you get soggy feet? No one has done the critter pickups, though. Yeah, there is slime everywhere, and it even looks like it might be a little bit in here. Okay, that's just floral. That's good. Right, because polluted dirt produces polluted oxygen over time. Oh, that's a thimble reed. Okay. Da, 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 da. They can do whatever atmosphere, polluted water. Is a wetland plant used in the productivity of high quality fabrics. Okay. So does that mean I need to use... Grows one plant from seed, can be used as a floor tile and rotate before it must be irrigated through liquid piping. An insulated door and insulated tiles. I guess we're going to start with one. Just to even see if this is correct. New printables available. A Sweetle larva. What is that? Sweetle. Closely related to the grub and exhibit familiar, albeit less effective farming behaviors. 75, drops meat. Diet is just sulfur into sucrose. I don't think I have any sulfur though. That's gold, copper, uranium, sandstone, igneous, granite, sedimentary. Lots of bleach stone, some coal. Lots of algae and slime. Dirt, clay. We got a bisylite. Ah, there's sulfur. Okay. And it looks like we have access to a little bit as well, but not enough for me to consider it. So honestly, I don't need any of this. I do kind of need someone to... What broke? Is it the wire bridge? Oh, do I need a conductive wire bridge? I see. And I need it to pick up... Oh, there's like one little bit of water here. I didn't even notice. Okay, so I can plant thimbleweed on these. That's good to know. And then for... Looks like they want polluted water. Which that could be really useful for me, actually. So now just to put down more hydroponic farms. Just put some airflow tiles there and there. Pneumatic doors here. And then a farm station here. That's an absolute lie because there is one right here. So what do I do with the extras? Release trap critters back into the world. Monitoring and drop off are limited to the specific species. Okay, and then can I, like, grill them? I'm confused. How do I... Do I have a, like, drop off in a vacuum room? I'm confused. Gotcha. Okay, so I need to go into the plumbing display. And I need to deconstruct this, at least for the time being. I'm gonna put that lower down to at least have the plant or the pipes done. We'll see how it goes. Trying to decide. There's an ice maker. IC fan uses ice to dissipate a small amount of heat. Space heater, ice liquefier. All kinds of stuff. Like gas reservoir. Interesting. See, I could totally do this if there was like a auto killer, I guess. I'm not quite sure how to do that. Maybe there's a research for it up here. I guess not. I am so lost. Okay. What I'm going to have you do is make mush fry forever. I'm going to make you mush bar forever. Yeah, this thing is completely drowned in liquid. How did that even happen? Somehow we're making more liquid than we're using. Apparently, like, nobody wants to go outside. I got it backwards. God, it's really hard to tell sometimes. Okay. So that should be fine. Now the pollution is moving through. Perfect. Oh, hello. Okay. So if I have you dwell in water, you have a higher percent chance of becoming a Santa shell. Do I just move them into my water source? Is that bad? Is that mean? Do I give it, like, a little kiddie pool? Because I don't want to, like, submerge any of my stuff. But I really want the Santa shell. What's going on down here? Why aren't you working, good sir? Because you have water, do you just not have dirt? What's... Yeah, the whole pump system's fine. And how long have you been wrong? Blueprints are available. What do we got? Bristleberries or a Drecklet. Also have someone with crop tending, tier 2. Can't do building. And a night owl. Interesting. Honestly, don't need them. I know that does like slow down base expansion, but try to get some irrigation going. Really some different irrigation. Possibly make some bristle bloom. Sweet wheat grain wouldn't be awful. Do grilled gristleberry. And now we wait. I still want to try to figure out some way of this probably increases when the creature dwells in water. Okay. I can finally make an Atmos suit. How many do I have over here? 3? Yeah, we'll make 4 and... Because, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because we might as well make enough for everyone. Oh, right, I gotta hook up all the power and ventilation as well. Okay, well, it looks like this is mostly done. I mean, there needs to be some ladders so they can get up here and do all that. But outside of that, it should be good. What do you mean by consuming vacuum? There is no vacuum. Anyways, what do you do? It can be planted in a planter box, farmed out hydroponic, and absorbs heat by aspiring through their porous outer membranes. Okay, so you're just a coolant. Well, hopefully 3 oxygen diffusers will be enough. Because, like, all of our oxygen just seemed to have disappeared. Okay, I am going to do something about that, though, because that is going to just destroy all these. Okay, we're gonna fix this by putting, yeah, so there's a deodorizer here. Something is wrong. because the pressure is dropping. Yeah, we have 12.2 tons of this stuff. Why are we... This is what I meant by insufficient oxygen generation, was just, it wasn't happening. So some of this is carbon dioxide, some of it's chlorine gas. Hopefully, as the oxygen pressure goes up, they will do their thing. I guess 7 people using the restroom and irrigating isn't enough for the crops to grow. Which is wild, but hey. It is what it is. Oh, new prints are available. What do we got? A couple of Dreco eggs. Not a bad idea. Okay, and I guess I have to make another grooming station. Do not have the metal for that right now. But at least another feeding station. So the hope here is that I put in so then these are going to produce oxygen as well as hydrogen, and the hydrogen is going to go up. It's going to fill this entire room, and then oxygen is going to sit in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to then pump the oxygen out. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do something akin to what I did over there, where I use a, like, filter. So I actually am pumping oxygen in and then have everything else not. But I don't want to pump... Oh, that's kind of tricky. I almost need like 2 filters. Right? So we're going to cancel that. Ventilation. So we're going to have a gas pump. And we're going to have 2 filters. So first one is going in and checking for oxygen. And then oxygen will get pumped into the base. And the second one is checking for hydrogen. Hydrogen is going to get pumped. Well, I guess that doesn't even need to get pumped that far. It just needs to get pumped essentially in. And the third one is, I'm going to assume everything else. So, like polluted oxygen, things of that nature. And then that is going to get pumped over here. Yeah, that works. Alright, and now for them to do their thing. So I actually want you to destroy this and this. Come on, someone just complete this. For the love of all that is good in the world. Okay, sweet. All the carbon dioxide is getting lowered down. The oxygen pressure is going up. That's good. That's good. Let me make sure that... Okay, the oxygen is actually going in all directions. Okay, it keeps saying no power, meaning that our transformer here needs a bit of an upgrade. Max gas pressure. Yeah, because this entire thing is polluted oxygen. Holy cow. Right, and this all needs power. Meaning it might just be simpler for me to split off another transformer or two. So I've got one that covers... Should I really just have like a transformer per layer of my base? That would make more sense. So let's go into power overlay. And let's see here, power. I need conductive wire. Why is... I'm just going to put that on forever, honestly. I'm somehow generating more water than I'm putting in, because I'm pulling it out and using it for irrigation, meaning that there should be no more going in. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, right, I just did that. Okay. So we're gonna do a manual airlock, airflow, and then we're taking this, we're wrangling them and relocating them into the water. Now, hopefully, this doesn't mean they drown. As for the rest here, so we have all of this on one system, which is kind of ridiculous. What we're going to do is you're going to essentially do from here down. Seems fine. So we're going to deconstruct these two. And that's where, remember where power is, there we go. You're going to start. We also need to deconstruct that. So you're going to handle essentially everything above that layer, which is quite a lot, but it's not all in use 24/7, although some of it definitely can be. And this over here, I might disconnect it from this whole system and just run this wire straight up. Alright, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow. No one's got any kind of new skills yet, so we should be alright still. Okay, there is a broken wire there. Oh, There we go. Dang, you've kind of done everything. Or... rocketing it is. Well, okay, these ones can be normal. Because we don't want unrefrigerated food for long. Oh, there's like a normal wire up here I didn't even notice. Yeah, no wonder it's getting overflow damage. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm not even actually working on the one that I should be. Wait, what? We're running out of copper ore. That is wild. Okay. Okay, well, hopefully that'll help. Hopefully we can just continue using heavy wattage to work on it. And then we won't have to worry about that ever again. Unless I then need to make multiple transformers to like reduce total current throughput. Okay. Someone's got a new skill. Someone's got a ladder. Okay, we got 11%. Fine by me. And then we are turning this off for the time being. And someone else just earned a skill. Let's go. Everyone's earning skill points. Let's go. Okay, I do need, like, the wiring to be done sometime in the future. Please. And what do you mean by power loop detected? Right. I see. Okay. Power, bridge, boop. How do I not have it hooked up like that? Do I just like deconstruct you, I guess? Okay, and then come back with the heavy wattage wire like that. Okay, is there any left? I guess there's emulsification. We're going to get some fancy beds. That's really about it until I actually have to build the whole radiation thing. Okay, well, I really need to get all that power kind of just up and working soon here. New prints are available. What do we got? Gold amalgam, curative tablets, or an absolute nightmare. What in the world? He's got 12 piloting though. Yeah, no, I'll take the gold amalgam. Man, there's all kinds of stuff down here. This critter's feeling down because its needs aren't being met. Right, so you need to be oxygen, and then you need to be hydrogen. Okay, then I need the conductive wire bridge destroyed. What do you mean it's unoccupied space? I'm confused. Does it have to be like a wall? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess at this point it'd be easier just to make a second one over here. Deconstruct all that. Well, I'm an idiot. Okay. All the power should be properly set up correctly. Oh no. Slime lung is starting to get in. I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to, like, disinfect it, really. Let's look at our oxygen. Oh, much better. There's like a weird line of polluted oxygen right there, though. Not sure what that's all about. But, hey, better than nothing. I do want to see what I can do about See, I don't know, because I'm essentially producing oxygen out of nothingness. Is there a way to, I don't know, like, liquidate or compress the polluted oxygen? Now, what I might do is lock this door and then auto this one. Dude is just wearing that thing. Okay, well, that means now everyone gets their own suit. Wait, hold on. Empty suit of polluted water. Perfect. Oh my gosh! Yes! Okay, that's perfect. They thrive in water, eliminate germs. Okay. Because I want you to do... Yeah, okay. Wonderful. Now, I don't know if I can... Man, what was the chance of that? 18%. Okay. So that's not awful chances. I do need to get more power generation. I think we can wait on that no longer. Do we move like the water around so it's deeper down, and then I can just build down here? Honestly, I'm probably going to deconstruct this building. We do not want that. Then we'll put coal generator right there. And honestly, I might come over here. The issue is there is a butt ton of germs, and I can't really deal with that right now. But hopefully a third coal generator will help balance out all the things. Someone earned a skill point. Oh, two someone's did. I can probably disable a building or two as well. That's it. We've got 3 coal generators going on, I believe. We do have some hydrogen gas going on. So we're getting there. I'm thinking mine all that out. And this is where we're going to put the new material study. Of course. I finally actually need the stupid metal refinery. You know what? We're just going to put it up here. Okay, hopefully they'll clean it up just a little bit. Ooh, new printables are available. Blossom Seed, Shine Nymph, 11 in Husbandry. Ooh. So what is that? 55% wrangling speed, 110% groom effect duration. Yeah, no, I think that's worth, because I think we're about to get a whole lot into the groom situation here. Oh, but you actually have to get there first. That's rough, buddy. Priorities, though. Ranching, totally. Okay. Right, so we're going to try to turn that off. We want to go for... Does that know what these are? Who even knows? Right, bunch of idle people. Okay, so this has all been cut out. Are you set up? Stations. I wish it at least let me look at it so I can get an idea of what I'm building, because I think it requires a bunch of radiation. Emits radiation when powered, can be collected by a rad bolt generator. Must be built against a wall. So if I do... Refines radioactive ores to generate rad bolts. Attracts nearby radiation to generate rad bolts. Emits generated rad bolts in the direction of your choosing when the rad bolt threshold is reached. Are y'all gonna need power? Of course you're gonna need power. Why wouldn't you need power? And we can just drag this up through here. Oh, but now that we have the Atmos suits, we can break through to the surface. Jeez, bro brought all the things. There you go, Bert. You've got a bed. Okay. Bristle blossom produced bristleberry, a prickly edible bud. So, am I doing it wrong then? Because I'm not seeing it. There's no bristleberries there. Okay. We should be alright for at least a little bit longer. Why is people stress up? Frankie, what did you do? Mild exposure to food poisoning. Slime lung germs. And we ran out of power. I mean, it looks like we almost have enough hydrogen gas. What do we have here? Dreco. Yeah, so these guys should... Okay. Don't really know what to do about that then. Oh, you need uranium ore to do your thing. Well, good thing we have a good supply of that. Oh, right, and do we have enough for the station yet? No, we don't. What about now? No? Oh, no, we do. Sweet. Okay. Nisbet earned a skill point. Come on, what percentage are you at? 37. 38. Okay. I feel like there's more water in this than there was when we started. I could just be losing my mind though. As I look over and my entire frame rate tanks. Okay, it's going back up. That's good. Oh, so just like the entire sky is filled with radiation. So I could have just put you up here. Okay, well then I want you to block that off. Okay, everyone's just idle. I love that. Love that, love that, love that. Love that. Love that, actually. So we are going to... Well, okay, we're going to deconstruct these buildings. What am I saying? And then we're going to cancel that build. And instead, we're going to just build it up here in the cosmos. So I guess we're going to cancel that. We're going to drag some ladders all the way up there, except we're going to cancel, I guess, like 2 of these. And put in some manual airlocks. Okay, so I guess that's just not going to happen. We don't have any available water. Right. Because I completely forgot to put in the bottle filler. And now have nowhere to put said bottle filler. Do you need power as well? No, you don't. Why are you still pumping water? I'm confused. Because this got cut. That's why. What is wrong with you? Oh! That's what's wrong with you. Really, man? Right into that clean source of water? I mean, at least a bunch of this can, like, leak off into the atmosphere now. Unless the gravity is just going to hold it here. I'm not quite sure how that works. Okay, well, hopefully we can get this gas reservoir hooked up so we can start pumping all the polluted oxygen and stuff out. Even this is all filled with oxygen. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to have to wait one more cycle before that happens, but... At least everyone's making food and stuff again, because the bottle filler is doing its thing. Oop. Got a new blueprint. What do we got? Joya seeds. The seed of a jumping Joya. 2,000 kilograms. Let me look at what a jumping Joya is. Decorative plant that brings a feeling of calmness and well-being. Okay, so don't really need that. We're going to take the copper. Yeah, there is no output on this, but I honestly do not care. Maybe I'll, like, drag a vent all the way up to the top. And do that. Is there like a refines radioactive ores to generate rad bolts? I want... Well, I need this to finish up first, actually, before I worry about anything else. And it's almost done. And once that's done, then I'm going to... Yeah, but why aren't y'all filling with oxygen? Because there's no fuel. Got you. Meaning I need to find coal. Okay, so there's a bunch of it down here. There's some bleach stone. There's some oxalite. Okay, all this pinkish stuff is coal. Now I just need to look at this. Okay, so there's nothing up here. Okay, we're gonna call that good. Hopefully. Like, this all kind of needs to be on. What doesn't? I mean, this needs to be on. This needs to be on. I mean, everything really needs to be on. I've turned off most of the stuff that doesn't. So. Okay, please, for the love of all, finish this. Well, okay, so I guess you have to destroy that to build the ladder, but... Okay, there's got to be some other ways to generate power. Hydrogen, can't really do... I don't have any way of doing natural gas. Petroleum, ethanol, biodiesel. I mean, technically I could do hydrogen gas. I've got plenty of that. But... I don't know, I just need these guys to get more coal going. I'm hoping at some point... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta get power to this thing? Okay, well, that's gonna be a very expensive and tedious process. But hey, the coal's being dug. Not quite sure. So, what I'm hoping for... It's over here in the power section. Yeah, I want solar panels, steam turbine. Don't really need the sauna. Steam engine. Utilize steam to propel the rocket into space. Okay, yeah, so this is kind of what I want. Okay, all three are on. Meaning most everything should have power. I can disable you. I can disable you. I can probably disable y'all for a bit. I have to keep the food going, because otherwise that's not going to end well. I mean, this will pretty much be set here in just a little bit. I'm going to disable that. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we'll find out. Okay, so bristleberries do exist. Oh, I see. You need a certain amount of calories worth of bristleberry, and we just never have that because everyone is constantly eating it. I might deconstruct this and put in a manual airlock over here as well. Okay, so this is considered flooded. So I don't really know how I'm supposed to feed it whenever it's down here. Yeah, how's that going? It's going all right. Distribute 1,000 kilograms of oxygen using... Has it been going good? It's been going all right. I am struggling to produced enough energy at this point. So I'm trying to hopefully break into here and get down a bunch of like solar panels. But we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I'm setting up a little area to try to get some Drecos going on in. You know, just putting down a bunch of hydrogen so I can use their wool instead of the thimble reeds. Oop. New printable. Oxalite. Yeah, I'll take it. But yeah, my energy production is not the best. It is just 3 coal generators in a trench coat. But I have got people set up with like Atmos suits for whenever they... My duplicants have managed to breach the surface of our rocky prison. I should be careful. The region is extremely inhospitable. I could easily lose resources to the vacuum of space. Liquid carbon dioxide. That's not terrifying at all. Smart, you got any vents you could maybe use? For which portion? I said so many words in a row, I don't even remember what we're talking about. And I'm also working on this little guy. I am hoping, since he is a Santa shell, I can plop him down in my water here and he'll sanitize. Oh, sorry if I was unclear. No, you're good. That is more me forgetting the words I said. That is just something that happens. Jeez, I've drained a good portion of this. There's a few different like sections I had set up that were all drained into one location. Oh, these poor Pakus. Yeah. Another big thing that I'm running into an issue with is just food. These guys eat a lot of food. Okay, so these are starting to fill up with oxygen, meaning we can have more people outside at once. So what were you mentioning about the vents? I'm actually running into a problem where I am over pressurizing the area with oxygen, which isn't really something I thought I would be feasibly able to do. Yeah, this is practically all hydrogen. I was talking more about like hydrogen vent Drecos are a great food farm. Are they? I thought they were pretty much just for like their wool. But I also don't appear to have the ability to feed them, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But yeah. Okay, so these guys just take dirt. Doesn't look like they take any sort of like water. So we'll plant some of these down. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a funky setup going on here. So I have this gas pump, which is pumping out, well, whatever's here. And then I'm having it filter through here for oxygen. because I'm using electrolyzers to generate oxygen and hydrogen to pump out the oxygen. And then this other one is if it gets any of this polluted oxygen, which was sitting around, and that gets pumped all the way over here into this gas reservoir. Same thing with this one here. So this one is filling up all the different tanks and things I have. I have wanted to set up a like food farm for a little bit. That's kind of what I was hoping to do here. But I've run into an issue of I don't know how to tell them pick up a person, bring them to a spot, slaughter them for food. I don't know if that's just a thing you can do or not. Yeah, little bits of polluted oxygen and carbon dioxide, so my base is looking pretty good. There's straight up a vacuum down here? Oh, it's considered all water. Okay. Yeah, they eat meal lice. They are good because they tend to get a lot of eggs. How many attempts have you done of different worlds? I think I've had maybe 3 worlds before this. And that's about it. Everything's going. Okay. Our wire is going up. Because I need to get power all the way up here. Why is food decaying? Whatever. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. I have put this here in a hopes of avoiding slime lung for the most part. Really, you're doing way better than me for sure. Yeah, to be fair, I have watched... What? Oh. It took me like over 10 to get a good run. Yeah, I have watched my fair share of like challenge runs of this game, so I have a general idea. Woo! I hit 100! That's pretty impressive, I think. I've been barely paying attention to the days. Reach cycle 100 with at least 1 living duplicate. Find to tame a moo. Not okay, but pretty cool. Reduce the temperature of a building to 6 Kelvin. Have duplicates eat 400,000 calories of critter meat before the 100th day. That's crazy. Yeah, I really need the construction here. For how long have you been streaming? Like, started? I started streaming a little under a year ago. You're not really going to find a whole lot of it because I was really just kind of testing the waters for the first 3-4 months or so, seeing whether or not I really liked it, how much I was going to kind of invest time-wise into it. And I kind of really got serious once I realized I could dual stream. That was something that was really useful to me. So you can find a lot of my streams on YouTube as well. Now, they're not the most entertaining thing, obviously. I am just streaming it. There is no YouTube editing going on there. But since Twitch doesn't let me have like a stream up for more than 7 days before it gets removed, I figured it was just a better place to store it if I ever did decide to like go back and, you know, actually make a YouTube video out of it. Which there is some thought and hope into getting that, but not at this exact moment. I'm thinking about putting this down. Yeah, I can put that down right there. And then have... that's smart, so it's just like a side gig / project. Yeah, I've always been interested in streaming. But I haven't really gotten super around to it ever. Mainly because I just did not have the financial stability needed for it. But I do nowadays, which is nice. How are things going over here? They're going all right, but I think I'm going to have to tell them to dig manually over here. Calorie generation, stress levels. Decreased by 195%. Wow. Germ status. Not bad. Attributes, errands, domestic critters, wild critters. All kinds of stuff. I don't know if... I'm going to wrangle and relocate you. What made you play Oxygen Not Included? I like the kind of colony sim thing, but not, you know, super easy one where you just tell them to place down buildings, you mine a couple of things, and then the whole thing is just fighting other people. I want it to be a struggle to survive. So a survival, like, colony sim. And that's exactly what this game is. And so that's why I really like it. Another game that I also am looking into playing sometime soon, probably with a couple of friends, is Don't Starve. Specifically, Don't Starve Together. Now, most likely, it'll be just us messing around, because none of us are, like, serious gamers and know all the text for that game, or, you know, how to helmet swap or weapon swap or whatever it is that makes it so you can attack twice as fast as normal. Clearly, I've watched too many videos on that as well, but that's besides the point. But I do play a couple of different kind of games. Me, generally, at least when I'm playing solo, I recently did Hytale while that was coming out and all their recent updates were going on. But also, when playing with my friends, anything that most people would call like friend slop, I'm more than willing to give it a try, because it is so much fun. There's a little bit of polluted oxygen up here, but I think that's fine. And there's tons of hydrogen here, which is exactly what we're looking for. So what do these guys eat? Mealwood plants. Okay, so I think they eat, like, the mealwood itself, which means I need to actually be growing these up in here. New printables available. What do we got? Thimbleweed seeds. I hate you. Game. I spent like 2 hours trying to find a single thimblewood or thimbleweed. And no one else has anything good. Yeah, I also like these types of games. And yeah, friend slop games are peak, including Peak itself. Peak is a lot of fun. at least to me in particular. I guess... I guess I'm going to put down some hydroponic farms. Because then I can just run... Alright, so we have this whole water set up. And I can just run this up here and across, and then I don't have to worry about it ever again. So I'm going to uproot all that. You earned a skill point. Why did I have you come down this way? I have no idea. I know you like ranching, and that's what I should have done for you. Dang it. Okay, fun to watch my friends fall to their doom. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the one out of the group who has been able to get to like Ascent 7, which is the highest ascent. So that's a lot of fun. Being kind of just a little bit better than them. Like, yes, I've reached Ascent 7, but like I got carried by other friends as well. So, okay. Are you cleaning my water? Polluted dirt, rot pile, slime. I guess since he's not, like, full grown yet, he's not. How long does it take for you to reach full grown? I don't know. We'll find that out later. Is it done? It's done. Awaiting rad bolts. What do you mean, awaiting rad bolts? There's radiation in the air. Okay. Let's see here. Having delivery dupes is really smart. Dupes use a lot of time for transportation and delivery. I don't know how I want to do this. Something like that, I guess. Also, if you want me to, like, low-key not spoil or help too much, just say the word. I think you probably have an idea of, like, what my skill level is. If I'm about to do something that's going to, like, make me have to reload an old save, let me know. Or if there's, like, certain text that would be useful and that I would probably never find out on my own, sure, go for it. But, like, obviously don't be like, oh yeah, you should just do XYZ because I said so. But, you know, I think that's just kind of a, like, common courtesy thing. So you're good. How are you doing? Are you gonna clean up my polluted water, sir? Please? Pretty please? I guess not. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking with the, general background radiation that we've got going on out here, I'll just be able to use these rad bolt generators and just blast them into this. Or at least that is the hope. Got lots of polluted oxygen, plenty of normal oxygen, lots of chlorine. I don't know what's producing it, if anything at all. But, hey, chlorine is a thing. Oh yeah, I completely forgot I was doing something down here. I see if I can salvage anything from the electronics. I add what I find in my database. Whoever installed a dishwashing droid in the cafeteria that your prototype was found grievously misusing dish soap and has been forcefully terminated. I don't know why, but it's really fun to watch new players play Oni, just something about it. I think it's purely because we have no idea what's going on. We don't know what optimal is, so it's interesting to see how we problem solve, not knowing all the ways to solve the problem. Or using a less efficient but more interesting system whenever we don't know how the system works 100%. I don't know why this is unreachable. What makes it unreachable? I have no idea. You got that word for word? Yep. Okay, well, until this is complete, I literally, cannot progress in-game. Okay, my food is at least going up, though. That is good. And it looks like the oxygen is being pumped into the suit, so everyone actually has the ability to use it. Downtime. Are you grown yet? No. Well, oh boy. Oh boy, what? For a second there, I swore it disappeared. Okay. This should be pretty much just hydrogen gas now. We have an emulsifier, a party line phone. Stores any solid material delivered to it by duplicants. Dumps stored materials back into the world when it receives a green signal. Maybe. My bad. G&G just got a small tip. Just a small tip is to mine out and open areas up. Help me at least. Just be careful not to lose all your oxygen. I have no idea what G&G means, but small tip is to mine out and open up areas. Yeah, I'll probably eventually start opening up more areas, especially like over here near the steam vent here, because I know that there's steam turbines. That's actually what I'm trying to research. So why do y'all need power? These take 480 watts apiece. Holy cow. Well, that's kind of annoying. I really should also invest in, like... Apparently I also need to get a data analysis research. I need to get one of these things that's just, like, tube. Move fast. That's not it. Yeah, transit tubes. Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide. So how are you supposed to... Because you don't feed them mealwood, you dum-dum. You feed them something that actually can survive in hydrogen. Okay, what do these guys eat? Pinchip pepper plants. Air pressure's got to be 150 grams minimum. And then polluted water. We can do the balm lily. It wants chlorine gas. So is there anything that will grow in, like, hydrogen? Hydrocactus? Doesn't exist. Stands for gang, if you're wondering. Caught bristle barrels. Berries. Ah, I see. Okay. I am so lost. Not really. I'm just trying to figure out, like, if this guy needs hydrogen, right? Yeah, to have thick woolly fibers, then the plants they should eat should also need to be in hydrogen. Ah, this is so confusing. Why have you done this? Whatever, this is about to just completely annihilate my entire power system. Because that means you need like a very thin layer of oxygen down on the bottom. And then like hydrogen on top. Oh, looks like most of the coal's been mined out. Want help, or do you want to go through the learning process? Specifically for, like, Drecos? Oh, no. Okay, this was not... Not quite what I was hoping for. Yeah, seemed a little lost there, no offense. Yeah, no, I 100% am kind of lost when it comes to that. Okay, well now there's just a bunch of polluted water. Not quite what I was hoping for. How is a water weed too wet? I don't think that's how that works. I mean, if you could at least give me, like, somewhere to go. Yeah, I don't really know why it says that. Oop, you earned a skill point. Hazmat digging it is. Oh, did I... I think I overdid it on them. Whatever. Coal. Yes. Alright, bristleberries. They need water, though. Bristle blossom. Oxygen, polluted, carbon dioxide, water, floral scent. Will these guys eat that? Pinch of pepper plants, balm lily, or mealwood plants. I mean, I've got a bunch over here. I've got mountains of plant husk. I don't even know what to use that for. Can be eaten by moose or processed into fuel. And is a really good food source for dupes. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Ah, dang. Okay, well that entire water source is now going to just be polluted, which stinks. I am kind of nervous about the anti-entropy thermoneutralizer here. It's a lot of words. And I guess it's covered in ice. Are you a moo? What are you? No, you're a puff prince. That sounds kind of important. The lazy critter excretes little solid lumps of whatever it's been breathing. Oh, I forgot something. You will be surprised, though, if you feed them bristle blossoms specifically. Slime, bleachstone, or oxalite. Capture method. Okay, so if I feed them bristle blossoms, they better not become, like, allergic to it. Oh. Oh, what in tarnation? Okay, I need... I need everybody cleaning this stuff up. It's still leaking out. Holy cow. Okay, well, we are putting that there. Did someone, like, use the restroom, like, right there? You can find out yourself for that one. Finding out is what's really fun, in my opinion. Yeah. I need to look at power real quick. Okay, maybe it's not power. I think it might be a station. I feel like an idiot. What is it? Utilities, maybe? Oh, it's refinement. I'm just dumb. Wood into ethanol. So, what? Plant husk. A bundle of dried plant matter. It can be eaten by moos or processed into fuel or building materials. Transparent, insulator, precious rocks. What in the world? I don't... Ah. Can I... Burns wood to produce electrical power. I have no idea how I'm supposed to convert plant husks into fuel. Holy cow. Hello, buddy. Polluted dirt, Rottweiler slime. Okay, that's not where I need to... Slime. Okay, we have 460 kilograms of this. Damn, he massive. Yeah, he is. He's a lot bigger than I thought he'd be. Okay, so I do have to double check that, like... Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as... I don't know if they're going to just eat off the straight floor, but we can hope. And he's able to traverse this, which is nice. Okay, there's a bunch of idle. It needs a gas intake. Oh, boy. This is going to be the most infuriating thing I have ever done. Okay, well, everyone gets to work on that. Stinky earned a skill point. We love. So did Nicola. Try and use the mop tool on the polluted water spots in your tank. Might help. I don't think... What? Why is that a thing? I totally thought it was going to be like, there's too much liquid. You can't do that. That makes me so infuriated now, actually. Yes. Thank you, my friend. Okay, so you are glum even though there is, in fact, slime in your tank. That is literally why I've never done this before. I thought I was just cursed for eternity. Well, that's... the more you know. Anyways, I'm gonna wrangle and relocate you up here. Because you, sir, have done me a lot of good. Who got food poisoning? A germ-covered bristleberry. Oh no. Uh-oh. Shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna put these guys' priority actually, like, super low, so hopefully the floral scent can, like, disinfect all this slime lung. Think your pipes are getting destroyed. What pipes? What? No, my pipes seem to be fine. Okay, I take that back. I am putting y'all all the way down to 5 or 50 because otherwise this might take years. I mean, how often do you collect? Roughly 10 a cycle? Okay. What, am I schizo? I swear I saw something red in the water, in the other water tank. Oh, these. It's alright. I ended up making this whole setup because of this. The door is currently locked, which is the reason they haven't fixed them, which I should probably change. Yeah, that's just electrical damage. Oh, are y'all both protecting the egg, or did you also happen to have an egg? Oh, there's 2 in here. Interesting. Insufficient oxygen generation. I wonder if that has anything to do with these 2 essentially not doing work. Oh, my bad. Oh, nice. Now your water is nice and clean. Yeah, at least this stuff is. For the most part. I'll probably drop the crab in there in a little bit. But I wanted to make sure that he was not super glum. But we're going to put you back now. Who peed next to the generators? Not cool, man. That's why I've got this manual airlock on this thing. Because I do not want any other disgusting water getting in here. Thank you, sir. But yeah, this one is my infected water. This is what I use for like the bathrooms and the sinks. And that's about it. There's 100,000 germs, or 130,000 germs. I also did run my metal refinery off of this as well. But I stopped doing that. Jeez, they're done. That's crazy. Now I have no idea if anything is like leaking out of here or what. God damn, large amount of germs. Yep. I've been trying to avoid them for the most part. Okay, I heard scary noises. Yeah, we have plenty of oxygen for the time being. These guys are still collecting. Okay, this is going to take so much longer than I thought it would. Oh, there was some I was looking at over here. Right, that's why no one's done this yet. Floral scent is good, luckily. Yeah, that's why I ended up putting these guys on like a super low priority, is so hopefully the floral scent will help cover that up. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to put... Well, I shouldn't put all of these on one. Just because... Well, as good as the floral scent is, it'd probably be better if I actually had, like, just a plant posted up here specifically for their floral scent. Which I think there actually is. Furniture. Okay, there's a bunch of people bored. I need to find them something to do. Yeah, I think it's a buddy bud. What do you mean it requires visibility? Oh. Get some omelets. And I think I heard someone with a skill. Yeah. Okay. How are things going down here? They're going alright, it looks like. That's kind of freaking me out. What is going on up there with his eyes? Neither of these got finished. We love. Okay. And it looks like most of the slime lung has been pushed out. Okay, so I believe... No, I know one of these is good with Buddy Bud. A byproduct photosynthesis, naturally secretes compound that's chemically similar, yada yada yada. Okay, so it's not them. It might be the Bluff Briar. Yeah, bristle blossom. They tend to thrive in areas where the bristle blossom is present, as the berry it produces emits a rare chemical while decaying that the briar is capable of absorbing. I ought to be going. It's getting late. I hope I haven't bothered you too much this stream. No, man, I'm glad you stopped by. It definitely helps encourage me to stream longer. Just seeing that people are interested in what I'm doing, even if it is just purely from the interest of just seeing how quickly I can mess this up. But that is not definitely not why you were here. But it's just good to have someone here. It definitely makes the effort feel worth it. So I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you for your sub last time. I know I didn't really call it out on stream. I did try to message immediately after it closed, though. But yeah, it's just great to have people in stream. Okay. Yes, so I think the Bluff Briar is what we want. I don't know about the Bliss Burst, though. There's little in the way of upkeep to the point the most common cause of death is overwatering, increasing explosion into core and otherwise dull environments. Okay, sure. We'll plant one of those too. But yeah, man, I hope you have a great rest of your night and any future days as well. I don't know if I'll necessarily be streaming tomorrow, but I think Thursday I will, and I'll be streaming with some friends if you want to drop by and say hi as well. I'll probably be on for just a little bit longer, try to, you know, make sure things are set up properly. And then I'll get going too. I saw that actually. We'll have good luck for the rest of the sesh. See you, goat. I will. Awesome. Oh, people are going idle. Oh no. Hey, we finally got a bleach stone. That's gonna be nice. Liquid chlorine. That's not good. I guess it just must be like super cold in here. Negative 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Jeez. Yeah, compared to my base, it's pretty warm. Yeah, it's nearly 100 degrees Fahrenheit in here, and that is quite warm. I wonder if I could... A self-sustaining machine powered by what appears to be refined neutronium absorbs and neutralizes heat when provided with piped hydrogen gas. Well, that's cool. Try to dig through all that. Maybe get a hold of some sleet wheat. And also... there's a hope of maybe getting some of these so I can plant them in the base to cool it down as well. Alrighty, well, I think with that, we're going to call it kind of quits for the day. We've been going for nearly 3.5 hours, and we've made kind of all the progress we were hoping to this stream. If y'all enjoyed, feel free to drop a like, follow, or subscribe on whichever platform you may be on. And I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever it may be.